to the Corban Sports Report, presented by Corban University Athletics. I'm Danny Day, joined as always by Peter Martin. Peter, it's been a very fun fall here for the Warriors, and we've got a lot to get to, so let's kick it off on the golf course. The Warrior golf teams have just had a great fall, really been improving all the way through. Tell me a little bit about the women first.
Yeah, Danny, they really started off strong in the fall portion of their season. The women's team actually finished second among all CCC teams at the Warner Pack Invite on October 5th and 6th. Kerry Wallace led them with a 2-round score of 164, which was good for 7th overall. The men, on the other hand, traveled to Warner Pack as well and also finished second in their competition on the 5th and 6th. They were highlighted by Aaron Seabrook and Tristan Solzman, who both notched 3-round totals of 229, which was good for 22nd place overall. The men and women's Warrior teams also finished up the CCC campaign for the fall at the College of Idaho Invite with strong showings. The men highlighted the strong showings with a 2nd place overall finish. The men and women also traveled up to Vancouver, BC at the end of last month to close out the fall campaign for the Vike Shootout. Both teams had strong performances, and we look forward to strong performances in the spring.
So from the golf course to the basketball court, the hardwood, the basketball teams are getting going already. Yes, it's early November, but they're rearing and ready to go. The women take on Simpson in their home opener and season opener on Friday at 3 p.m. right here in the C. Jeffers Sports Center. And then the men open up their first regular season home game against Cal State Maritime. So that should be a good one, 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. Both looking forward to those ones. But from the hardwood back to the pitch, the women's soccer team, gosh, what a strong finish to the regular season they had. Peter, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. After a slow start to the 2015 campaign, the women's soccer teams really found their stride, winning the last 3 matches on the road to claim a spot in the conference tournament next week in Springfield. After defeating Warner Pack 2-1 in double overtime on the 24th.
Julia Garkov,
excellent overtime goal. That was awesome. The Warriors came out strong again, beating Northwest University and the Evergreen State College last weekend on the road to secure that 7th seed in the playoffs. Sophomore goalkeeper Cheyenne Bruceman was named the CCC Defensive Player of the Week this last week, which is a really good testament to how well they played last weekend. This season, Corban has been led offensively by sophomore Sadie Collis and freshman Lexi McQuarrie, both notching 5 goals each. Caitlin Feckus, as the senior, also leads the team with 5 assists. The Warriors finished the regular season at 4-6-1 in CCC, which is good enough for 7th place overall. The team also had some excellent academic performers, as junior Olivia Erskine and sophomore Alana Robinson were both named COSIDA Academic All-District honorees. The Warriors will open up the CCC tournament quarterfinals on Wednesday at 8 p.m. versus the College of Idaho in Springfield, Oregon. Moving to the men's side, Danny, tell us about the men's team this year.
Yes, the men will also be competing in the CCC tournament with the women, and that's next Wednesday, November 11th. The men will be playing at 2 p.m., taking on Northwest University. The Warriors finished up the regular season as the number 2 seed in the conference with a 16-2 overall record, an outstanding regular season, and then 11-2 in regular season play. They'll take on Northwest University 2 p.m. next week. The women are at 8 p.m. that same day on Wednesday, so be sure to either book your tickets or get your driving plans ready, because that will be a big one. Tournament all next week in Springfield. But the Warriors, they finished with wins at Northwest and Evergreen this last weekend. 2 big road wins. Never easy to play up against either of those teams. And of course, the Warriors will get Northwest once again. A very solid team who's going to give the Warriors a great challenge. But the Warriors have been ranked in the top 25 coaches poll for most of the season, being voted as high as 7th overall. Now the Warriors have thrived under a balanced offensive attack, with 5 different players notching at least 5 goals in the season. And junior forward Kwame Denal currently leading all CCC performers with 18 assists on the season, a new Corban record, and he's also tied for the lead in the NAI in assists. So good work by him on the defensive side of things, outstanding as well. While the Warriors no longer have the unblemished no goals against average, it's still a very solid mark, only 5 goals given up on the year. Led by Jordan Farr in the back, currently leading the CCC in goals allowed with just 5, and has been voted CCC Defensive Player of the Week 3 times now, including for his efforts this past weekend in Washington. And behind Farr, the Warriors have registered a total of 13 shutouts and a .29 goals against average on the year, so outstanding stuff there. And then academically, you mentioned the women, Erskine and Robinson, both getting academic honors. Same thing goes for the men, Kellen Louie and Nathaniel Cheney, both landing on the CoSADA Academic All-District First Team. So good job to them. All 4 of those players will now move on to All-America CoSADA, the ballots there. So that should be interesting to see if they go on and get the All-America recognition. So as mentioned, quarterfinals next week, the tournament. But we'll move from the pitch, Peter, back to the hardwood, where the volleyball team, they did something pretty special this last weekend.
Yeah, Danny, the volleyball team has had a really great season thus far. And this last weekend, they actually swept on the road 2 games to secure a playoff spot for the first time in quite a while.
Since 2008, yeah.
2008. And with the win, it's actually only the second time that the Corban volleyball team has notched 13 wins or more since 2004. So that's a pretty big feat. First-year head coach Kim McLean is doing a really great job with these girls, and we're really excited to see how they do this next weekend and in the upcoming tournament. With the win over Warner Pack last Saturday night, Corban reported his 13th win and now sitting at 11-7 in the Cascade Collegiate Conference. The Warriors are being paced by sophomore outside hitter Amber Parker, who ranks first in the NAIA with 5.72 kills per set, which is just ridiculous, Danny.
It really is. I mean, every time the Madison sets her up a ball, you think it's going to be smashed down for a kill. So, good stuff from her.
Yeah, Corban as a team actually ranks 4th in kills per set in the CCC with a 12.95 clip. And sophomore Haley Wells leads the CCC in digs per set with 5.64, also a pretty impressive number.
Absolutely.
Freshman setter Madison McLean is also ranked 3rd in the CCC in assists per set with 11.06. So this team really has a very balanced attack defensively and offensively, and it's very easy to see why they've been successful this year.
Yeah, and you're looking into the CCC tournament coming up. As you mentioned, they clinched a berth. Potential still to host, but likely that they'll be on the road somewhere. But stay tuned to CorbanWarriors.com to see where they'll be playing.
It's going to be a really great CCC tournament, and we're really excited for these Warriors. Switching back over to the cross-country course, Danny, talk about how the cross-country teams have done this year.
Yeah, so the whole cross-country season is culminating this weekend on Saturday, 11 a.m. right here at our Warrior Field on the Corban cross-country course. It's going to be a fantastic race. You've got 4 ranked teams on either side coming to compete at Corban, and of course you got the #1 teams on both sides, Southern Oregon on the men's side and then Northwest Christian on the women's side. But just looking at the Warriors themselves, what a great fall they've had. Lexi Mitzel leading the way for the Warriors, and of course Corban actually won the Mike Hodges invite in Clackamas on October 17th. As a team, they scored 26 points, 44 points better than the second place finishing team.
Spread.
A big spread, and Lexi Mitzel won the race with a time of 18:30.1. Liz Weber right behind her, finishing in 4th with a career best time of 19:10.3. So both of them will look to finish strong in the CCC championships, and the Warriors really looking to make a push, seeing if they might jump into those top 4 spots at the CCC championships. And then the men, paced by Craig Bokenugan. He's had just another fantastic junior season. Led the Warriors to a 6th place finish at the Lewis and Clark Invite, and actually registered a career best time there, 25:49.7. And also finishing well with sophomore Zane West and Zach Steele, both registering solid times. And I think the Warriors are primed for a big performance this weekend, right here on Corban's home course. It's going to be fantastic, Peter. I think both teams are really looking forward to putting in seeing all their hard work that they've done this season and seeing it translate into success on the course.
Yeah, Danny, exactly. I think these Warrior teams are definitely peaking at the right time. As you said in the last meet, the Warrior men's team all had career best times, and a number of the women also had career best times at that race. And so they're definitely peaking at the right time, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen at this tournament.
So again, all 8 CCC teams, both the men and the women, are going to be here on campus at Corban Saturday. 11 a.m. is the men's race, 12 p.m. for the women. Champions will be crowned, so get out to Warrior Field to cheer on the Warriors. What a great fall it's been, and a lot of exciting things to come. So for Peter Martin, I'm Danny Day. This was the Corban Sports Report. Go Warriors.